ठीक है, रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट हुआ. अच्छा, everyone now write present sir in the chat box so that I'll take it as an attendance. चैट बॉक्स में प्रेजेंट करके लिख दो बस. फाइन, काम करते हैं. ठीक है. My voice is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, तो अभी shall we wait for 2 more minutes? क्या स्टार्ट करें? ठीक है, ऐसे ही स्टार्ट करते हैं. ओके पूजा,
सर वेट करते हैं, ग्रुप पर मैसेज डालो और एक बार.
ग्रुप पर मेरा ही मैसेज है और किसी का भी नहीं. ओके. ये छोड़ डाल दिया. No, you are there. Why to keep you waiting? ठीक है. You can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Though everyone has written present sir or yes sir, whatever. Okay, in the chat box. Okay, I'll take it as an. I'll complete. We'll see. Okay, I'll try to complete the first model. You can keep the notes beside you. Okay, so that any doubts you can keep asking me. Okay, be it a not be a very formal lecture. You can behave as you behave in your classes. ठीक है, चलो let's start. ठीक है, फर्स्ट मॉड्यूल. अरे यार, ठीक है. फर्स्ट मॉड्यूल मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स. Go back to first revision class, I guess. Yeah, your seniors are used to it. Revision classes. Yours is first one. Okay, so first module revision. We started when we started in January. In January, we started with economics, and I used to tell you 2 or 3 case studies or stories in the form of a stories. Okay, what economics is, what is microeconomics, what is macroeconomics. I'm not going to tell those stories now. I'll just go through the entire first module, and let's see whatever your doubts are, make try to clear it in this module itself. And you can stop me in between. Nothing like that of sort कि प्रोफेशन चल रहा है, रुक नहीं सकते, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. You can stop me, ask anything, and we'll proceed. Okay. So first of all, this was there in that first unit, managerial economics, meaning, scope, significance, uses of managerial economics, roles, responsibilities of managerial economics, theory of the firms are interesting. These 3 models, Bowman's, Myers, and Williamson's. ठीक है, ये सब था फर्स्ट यूनिट्स में. इकोनॉमिक्स अगेन अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस ओल्ड मैन एडम स्मिथ, an inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nations. And my relevant one, my favorite one, Alfred Marshall, a study of a man in ordinary business of life. It inquires how he uses his income and how he gets his income and how he uses it. On the one side, a study of the wealth, and on the other side, a study of a man and a woman, of course. Okay, so how they earn the income, what they do to earn their income, and how they spend it, where they spend it. So there are economics will be the study of the two things. Okay, study of the wealth and study of the person who is using it. ठीक है, ये सब थोड़ा सा बोरिंग चीज़ है. देन व्हाई डू पीपल इकोनॉमाइज, व्हाई डू करते इकोनॉमिक्स यूज क्यों आता है? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, मैंस वांट्स डिजायर्स एस्पिरेशन एंडलेस है, बहुत कुछ चाहिए लाइफ में, बट आर रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल टू द पीपल आर स्केर्स. So desires are unlimited, resources are limited. Okay, so that's the reason we, as a intellectual human being like Einstein, we try to economize our nature. Okay, so that's the reason we need economics to study. And for that matter, economics will be there in every part of the man's life, every part. In If you're working in a company, you're doing a business, you're running a country, you're running a state, you're running the entire world, you need to study economics. So economics is kind of a basics for everything, for finance, marketing, sales, HR, operations, this logistics, supply chain, whatever field you take, you have to have a basics of economics. Okay, so we are segregating the economics into micro and macro. Okay, you can see this in the first diagram. Microeconomics consists of all these things: the elasticity, the uncertainty about the quantity, about the markets, goods, the behavior, demand, prices, services, all these things related to maximum individual or maximum to a company's decision. A company is a manager is there in a company, he is taking some decisions, so he'll be more concerned about all these things. Okay, market kaisa hai, what decisions to be made, what decisions to be made for the employees, what decisions to be made about their salaries, their benefits, what decisions need to be made because my competitor is launching some new product, which business to enter into, which company to merge with. Okay, which line of products we need to get into, product length बढ़ाना है, width बढ़ाना है, depth I need to increase, what I need to make the changes, product development करना है, my company is into growth stage, what changes I need to do, my company is going into decline stage, what I need to do. ये सब चीज will be accounting for the microeconomics. Whereas macroeconomics, you can see a tree wherein all the bigger terminologies are there. Government है, GDP, public, then taxes, tariffs, policies, national income, scarcity, opportunity in the terms of employment, ठीक है, exchange rate, exports, wages of the country. So these all bigger things will come under macroeconomics. So ये microeconomics है within the company or within a individual's life. ठीक है, कितना खर्चा करना है, which movie to go, what to buy in the lockdown, how much groceries is needed for next 15 days, for next 1 month. So that kind of decisions will be termed as microeconomics. Then macroeconomics will be, okay, if we do the lockdown in the entire country, what will be the effect on the economy, what will be the effect on the banking system, what will be the effect on the employment rate. Okay, what will be the effect of on our GDP, GNP. Okay, what will be the effect on our exports, imports, what will happen to the entire country if we do a lockdown. So that will be microeconomics. If lockdown happens, what how we will run our company, how we will run our home, that will be microeconomics. Okay, simple. And now in this first first module, second module, third module, fourth module, and these modules we are going to study related to the managerial economics. Okay, we are going to study what a manager, how he takes a decision, and what his decisions, how his decisions matter for the company. Okay, and for the people who are working in the company, or for the owners who are owning the company. Okay, you as the future managers of India, ठीक है, तुम 47 लोग जो है फ्यूचर मैनेजर, यू विल बी वन ऑफ, वन डे यू विल बी द फ्यूचर मैनेजर ऑफ सम ऑफ द कंपनीज. सो ड्यूरिंग
सर एक
व्हेन यू,
डाउट है.
हाँ बोलना.
सर अभी जो माइक्रो और मैक्रो आपने सिखाया ना सर,
हम्म.
तो फिर वो 7 मार्क्स को आएगा एग्जाम में या फिर 10 मार्क्स को आया तो? So then what all should be included like in that? What should
10
be
मार्क्स,
explained?
10 मार्क्स का देर इज वेरी लेस चांस. 3 मार्क्स के लिए पूछ सकते हैं व्हाट इज माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स, और दे कैन आस्क फॉर 3 मार्क्स व्हाट इज मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स.
तो 7 मार्क्स को नहीं
ठीक
आएगा
है.
फिर?
इफ सपोज 7 मार्क्स को आ गया, दोनों आ गया ना, तो दोनों को बस एक्सटेंड कर देना. बट बहुत रेयर चांसेस है, डेफिनेटली 10 मार्क्स को तो नहीं आएगा, बट बहुत रेयर चांसेस है 7 को भी आएगा.
ठीक है सर.
ओके. इफ
ओके.
7 को आ भी गया ना, तो एक्सप्लेन इस ये लिए डायग्राम में से राइट माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स, व्हाट इज माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स एंड व्हाट ऑल इट इंक्लूड्स. ये डायग्राम का सब कुछ एक एक लाइन में एक्सप्लेन कर दे. व्हाट डिसीजंस, व्हाट आर द गुड्स, व्हाट इज मार्केट, व्हाट इज हाउ द manager takes decisions for every department, for human resource, for marketing, for sales, for operations, for logistics, for supply chain, for competitor analysis. You can include नहीं नहीं, वो communications में ना. हाँ, you can include everything in this diagram and half a page it will take. इसको half a page आ जाएगा. Macroeconomics, what is GDP, what is public income, public saving, government decisions, tariffs, taxes, national income, everything it will come in half a page. Okay,
ओके
आधा
सर.
पेज तो नहीं, ज़्यादा ही जाएगा. Okay.
ठीक है सर.
नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है, ये मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स, ये भी आया तो 3 मार्क्स के लिए आ सकते हैं. ये सब उतना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है, बट ठीक है. तो एक वन मैनेजर विल ट्राई टू राइट, और ट्राई टू डू ऑल दिस थिंग्स: प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, स्टाफिंग, लीडिंग, कंट्रोलिंग. ठीक है, द फर्स्ट चैप्टर आई गेस ऑफ द HR MOB. Okay. Planning, organizing, staffing, leading, controlling, in the terms of human resource you have studied here, but in the terms of everything the manager will be doing here. So when you become a manager, you will not be if you are becoming a finance manager in a company, you will not just take care of the finance. Okay, that will be your core process, but you will be taking care of the employees under you. You will be having a conversation with the different departments. Okay, you will be having conversation with the your suppliers, or some of the times your competitors also, and some of the times your distributors also. Okay, so you are in contact with everyone. So you are using your managerial skills in the terms of HR, in the terms of communication, in the terms of economics, and also marketing. Marketing तो हर जगह, sales तो हर जगह ही आता है. Okay, whenever you go for an interview, you are selling yourself to the company. You are selling what is your CTC, that is your price which the company is giving you. उतने में तुमको कंपनी खरीद रहा है, ओनली फॉर दैट वर्क. राइट. सो सेल्स, एवरीथिंग, एवरीवेयर इज इन्वॉल्व. सो ये सब मैनेजर्स, दिस ही विल टेक these decisions, and he'll do the economic analysis, analytical analysis, related to the numbers, related to the economic situation of the country. Where finally, what he wants to achieve, he wants to achieve the maximum return from whatever the resources is available for the company. ठीक है. This was all about this. We have not discussed much in the class. Application of economics to business decisions. Okay, whenever a manager is taking a decision, how the decision flows. Okay, even when you are planning to go for a trip to Goa, the how your decision flows, what will be the budget, how we will go, what will be the mode of travel, where we will stay, how much expenses for food we will do, how much expenses for sightseeing we'll do, how much where will be our sightseeing spots. Everything we will decide, and then we implement those decisions. And during implementation there will be some glitches, some problems, or something has been closed. So we'll divert our money to somewhere else. We'll go to some another restaurant, or we'll go to some another place, because this place is not opened for this much of time. So during that implementation also you can change. So similarly, if I take a corporate example, Tesla, if you have been appointed as the manager of Tesla, and as Tesla is not has not been launched in India as of now, now you have been given a task that you will be, yeah, you have been given a task that you will be the manager of Tesla, and you need to do a research how to go about selling the cars. So first thing, you will determine and define the objective that you want to set up a market in India of Tesla cars, and you want to sell those cars, and identifying the business related issues. Okay, your Tesla car is definitely will be a premium segment car initially. Okay, so which are the different premium segment cars in India, how they sell, where they have the offices. So what will be the business related issue, whether you will import the Tesla cars directly or you will import the parts and assemble in India. What will be your decisions? So all those things you will analyze, and the collections of data and the analysis of that. So you will collect all the data from the, you will do a kind of a research in the country, okay, in the major cities, in the metro cities you want to launch, or 12 major cities of maybe starting from Delhi, New Delhi, then maybe Ahmedabad, then Mumbai, then Bangalore, then Hyderabad, then Kolkata, which all cities you are going to launch the showroom. Okay, establish the showroom, and what data you are getting it, whether people know about Tesla, whether they are interested in buying Tesla, ये सब करेंगे. Then you invent and develop a possible course of action. ठीक है, अभी how we will do the marketing of the product, how we will do the pricing of the product, how we will do the promotion, how will educate the customers. Then finally, the best alternative which you will select, which kind of marketing to be done, which kind of price need to be kept for that vehicle, which kind of promotion strategy need to be adopted, and which kind of workers you need to hire, because it will be a electrical vehicle. So uske liye which type of workers you need. Okay, finally you will implement the decisions. So when this comes, ये भी rare है, but if this comes, it will come for 7 marks. So give take one example like Tesla, and take that example through all the 6 points. Explain the theory of one point, and then take the example of Tesla and explain it one line. Okay, so maybe 6 lines, and six उसका हो गया, तो maybe 1 page तो हो ही जाएगा ये 7 marks के लिए. Okay. Now we come to objectives of the firm. The main objective is the profit maximization. Profit नहीं है तो you cannot run the business for a longer period of time, and we have seen from many of the startups. ठीक है, startups mm, get famous in a very short span of time. Everyone starts talking about those startups, about that business idea. Everything is going good. Now, when the honeymoon period gets over, when the company is not able to make profit, then the problem comes, because profit is an indispensable part of firm survival. If you want to survive in the market, if you want, as the owner of the company, your company to survive in the market, you should have to make profit. We have seen in, I can tell the name, Oyo ke example mein I have mentioned you. Okay, the Oyo, it is finding it difficult for, and nowadays it is finding much more difficult to get profit. So it is finding itself in a difficult situation. If it is not able to get profit, they might want to close the firm as well, or they might be selling it to someone else. Like Uber Eats recently sold its firm to Zomato, because Uber Eats, when it launched, it helped Uber Eats because Uber was the name in the front. Because of that brand name, they were able to push their product in the market, their service in the market, but it didn't materialize. So they started getting huge losses. So they sold the firms to Zomato. Then achieving other objectives depending upon firm's ability to make profit. We have alternative objectives of Bowman, Maris. So all those objectives can be achieved when we are getting profit. In all the three, at least in Bowmill, we have seen that above profit we should take the points. Similarly, in the Williamsons also, above profit we should take the points. Which point to select? We should be above profit for all the things. Okay, we'll see over there. Okay, profit. If we get profit, only then we can do any other things. Then evidence that profit maximization is the major objective. ठीक है, उसके against जो भी बोला है, that is not that conclusive, and it has a greater predicting power. If I am getting profit, I can predict what will be my future plans, what will be the company. So predicting power will also help in the investing of shares. If there is a investors who are trying to invest in your company, whether through stock market or whether through private play, मतलब directly coming to you, then they'll see what is first thing they'll see what is the profit the company is making. Okay, then they'll go further and dig into different information. Okay, okay, what is the market share, what is the performance of the company, what is the future plans of the company, but first thing they'll check what is the profit the company is making. Okay. And finally, profit is more reliable measure for firm's efficiency. Okay, we can measure firm's efficiency, efficient है या नहीं है, कैसा है firm, it depends upon how much profit it is making. Okay, whenever we see on the business news that Wipro has posted this much profit in this quarter, okay, then the market will respond positively. Okay, he has achieved this much profit. Okay, this company has this much profit. Nowadays you are seeing the stock market is एक second, okay, Harshal and Nikhil, are they admitted? Harshal, are you there? नहीं, अभी आए। ओ बाप रे, अरे ठीक है, we'll take a minute break, let them join. ये सब लोग ज्वाइन नहीं कर पा रहे, निखिल। Harshal, you are there? हाँ, yeah, Harshal is there. Mayuri has joined 2 times. नेहा, नेहा जैन ही कौन है? ए, who is नेहा जैन? आकांक्षा, ये नेहा जैन कौन है?
सर गोवा वाली।
है
ये नहीं रे, गोवा वाली नहीं है।
गोवा वाली?
तो उसका नाम क्या है? नेहा क्या तो है सर।
अच्छा, वही नेहा, एक ही नेहा जो है वो। ओके, अच्छा, हाँ, नेहा, आई हैव नंबर। गजानन also join. ठीक है, चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट। Cool. ठीक है, those who have joined now, kindly write present in the yeah, in the chat box. Okay, better write present, oh yes लिखेंगे तो मेरे को confusion. Okay, so those who have joined new, okay, we didn't cover any important topic as such apart from this objective of the firm. Okay, profit maximization was the objective which we went through. Okay, देख लो तुम। What is economics to discuss? Why do people economize? Okay, what is micro and macroeconomics? Okay, all this comes under microeconomics above and below. Macroeconomics, apart from the red thing, whatever is there on this tree, all comes under macroeconomics. Okay, then we studied what managerial economics is and what is the role of a manager in the firm, related to how he economizes the resources, limited resources, and gets maximum returns. Okay. Okay. Then later on, we came here, application of economics to business decision making. Okay, so this is what I covered now. I was mentioning you can take one example like Tesla, launching of Tesla cars, and you are the manager of that launch. Then what kind of decision making you will go through? So using that example, you can go, or you are a manager of any of a company you can think of, and how you design a thing. To say you are a manager of a FMCG company like Marico, and you are going to launch a juice of Marico. Then for launching a juice, launching any new product, or any product which there are some changes in that, any new product you have brought into the market, or an existing product with certain new features you have brought into the market. Using that, you can take that example and go through all the 6 points. What will be your objective, what will be your business related issues if you launch that product in the market, how you will collect the relevant data from the consumers, from the retail stores owners, and you will analyze the data. What analysis you will do, then in inventing and developing possible course of action, in selecting the best alternative from that, and finally launching of that product or implementing the decisions. Yes, Abhogya. Okay, then I studied the objectives of the firm. Okay, profit, why profit is important. Okay, these were fine. Now we come to alternate objectives of the firms. Okay, um, the three most important, or very much first graphs of your economics, first three graphs of your economics which you studied. Okay, so these were Bowman's hypothesis of sales revenue maximization, Paris hypothesis of maximization of firm's growth rate, and Williamson's hypothesis of maximization of manager's utility function. Okay, these three graphs, study all the three, just know the graphs and bit of explanation. Okay, in your IAs also I have seen you draw the graph and leave the question, leave the answer. You can just draw the graph and explain what is there on the graph, even if you don't remember much of the theory. ठीक है, ये सिंपल है. ठीक है, सिर्फ ग्राफ बनाओ and write what is on the x-axis, what is on the y-axis, what this curve means, what this curve means, what this curve means, what these points means, and what is this r1 and r2, why we reject point A, why we reject point B, why we select point C. ठीक है, what is the rationale behind it, what is the reasoning behind it. You can explain it, and it will go pages. Okay, you can learn from Harshal how she completes uh, one answer in 3 or 4 pages. A small answer is there. Her writing is such a way that she goes for 3 or 4 pages long. Okay, ठीक है, उतना भी जाना नहीं है. Okay, you can complete 10 marks in 2 pages, not an issue. Okay, now let's explain the graphs. ठीक है, all the three graphs. Uh, any doubts till now? Harshal got talent. Yeah, she got talent. ठीक है, चलो. Now, ठीक है, चलो अभी listen to this carefully. Okay, see this carefully. Basically, you know what it is. Anyways, कितने बार तो explanation हुआ है इसका. ठीक है. So Bowman's hypothesis, our favorite one, the first one. ठीक है. On the y-axis we have TR, TC, and TP curve. TR stands for total revenue, TC stands for total cost, TP stands for total profit. On the x-axis we have output. Okay, this is also important, because you're making x-axis y-axis, उसमें क्या है, many a times you get confused and you write some or you leave it blank, or you write it some another thing. Okay, so don't do that. This is our origin. Then finally, the second important thing, minimum expected profit line, okay, of Bowman's hypothesis. ये हो गया. This is the minimum line, our passing marks. We need to achieve that. Above this, whatever we get, that is our acceptance point. Okay, तो इतना तो profit बनाना है. And this is our TR curve. TR curve increases slowly. Okay, this is not exactly as per the hand hand drawn graph. Okay, कैसे तो बना है थोड़ा सा, but it is somewhat very much similar to TR curve. It increases slowly and then gradually, and then again it starts decreasing. So here we are going, this is the peak of the sales. Okay, and here our sales is going down. and TR curve. And same way for our cost. Okay, cost is less initially, then it starts increasing rapidly. Why this is happening is, initially I'm alone, or maybe very few competitors are there initially. Then when I start increasing my sales and the market starts expanding, the industry feels that there is the other companies feel that industry has a huge scope to make profit, so many companies enter into that. So because of that, I face many tough competition, so I need to advertise my product. I do marketing of my product, advertising of the product. I try to give schemes to the customers. I try to reduce the price of my product. So all because of all these, my cost increases and my revenue starts decreasing. So at one point of time, my revenue will go down and cost will go up. So at that point, I will stop my production. So if I want to calculate the profit, TR minus TC is what we get as a TP curve, total profit curve. And this total profit, this is the ideal case. The total profit is crossing here. It is going above my minimum expected and going below the minimum expected profit line here. So my intention is to select any point which is above this black line and on this purple line. Okay, इसके ऊपर तो नहीं हो सकता. At least maximum is this much. So any points from this purple line I want to select, and along with that I need to focus more on revenue maximization. So maximum sales where I have at this point. Okay, this is my lower sales. So any point which is coinciding with this and this, I need to select. So the 3 points which I get is A, B, and C. A is on this, where I'm having this much sales and expected profit. So it first of all it gets rejected because sales is less. Okay. Another point, B, I am having maximum profit, but the sales is less. Okay. C, I'm having okay profit, but my sales is pretty much less. Okay. So I am having R1 and R2. R2 में सबसे ज़्यादा sales है. Okay. But I'm not having any profit. My profit is below the expected profit line. So I cannot go with R2. ठीक है, तो हम लोग का प्रॉफिट मोटिव ही चला जाएगा. प्रॉफिट होगा ही नहीं कंपनी को ज़्यादा. Okay, I'll be in losses at this point. ठीक है, my profit is less. My expected profit is this much. I'm getting profit this much, so I'll reject R2 as well, and I'll try to navigate between these two, and I'll select the point C. Okay. ठीक है, any doubts you had in Bowman? I just went through very fast. हाँ या ना?
No, sir.
Okay. ठीक है, thanks. So I'll proceed. The first criticism was that
Sir,
हाँ
हेलो सर. सर
क्या?
बाउल मिल का ग्राफ है, इससे पहले वो एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया है, वो लिखना जरूरी है क्या?
हाँ, वो those 3 things are important. वो लिखना थोड़ा जरूरी है. वो
पेज नंबर 7 पर दिया है वो.
पेज नंबर, एक मिनट मैं निकालता हूँ. ठीक है, मतलब उतना जरूरी नहीं है. ओनली राइट फ्यू पॉइंट्स फ्रॉम दैट. एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इज जो डायग्राम के ऊपर है, प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ बाउमेल सेल्स हाइपोथेसिस, सेल्स मैक्सिमाइजेशन. वो जो 4 पॉइंट्स है ना, दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट.
ओके सर.
ठीक है, उसके पहले का है ना, जस्ट राइट 1 or 2 पॉइंट्स फ्रॉम दैट चलेगा.
हाँ सर, थैंक यू.
ठीक है, उसके बाद जो प्राइमरी ऑब्जेक्टिव है ना, पेज नंबर 8 से, दैट इज मच मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. उधर से लेके पूरा नीचे तक, इट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. ठीक है, उसके ऊपर का ठीक है मत लिखो, चलेगा. ओके. क्रिटिसिज्म में दिस वाज आवर टीआर कर्व, दिस वाज आवर टीसी कर्व. ठीक है, दैट इज द सेम, but our TP curve, which is the profit line, it goes below the minimum expected profit line. So there is no use of bow mill then if this happens. if my TP curve cannot reach the minimum expected profit line. So this is one of the criticism of Bowman. Okay, the second criticism is that my TP curve itself. Okay, this was our TR curve. TP curve itself is like this. Sorry, TC curve is like this. The total cost curve. Okay, it so if I try to calculate profit, it will never cross the minimum expected profit line. So the in these two ways, the Bowman's hypothesis fails. Criticism one or two. Mein. Okay, so this is what till this you need to write if Bowman comes for 10 marks. Okay, first graph is definitely important. If second two graphs, even if you remember, it is well and good. Okay, you can try to get 10 full 10 for this. Okay, this was about Bowman. Okay, I'll okay, I'll proceed. Mariska. Okay. In Bowmill, that was about maximization of sales. Maris में we are maximizing the growth rate. Okay, growth, we want to grow our company. Okay, along with profit, हमको company को grow करना है. So in the growth rate, we have two things, two parties basically, two entities है. On the one side of the growth rate, who are focusing, we have managers. On the other side, we have the owners. Managers think कि if we are able to sell our product more in the market, sales को ज़्यादा लेके जाए, our demand of the product should be more in the market. Okay, so we can increase the sales and we can grow the company. On the other side, we have the owners. What they think, we need to increase our capital supply to the firm. We need to get more profit to the firm. We need to get more capital into by selling our products, so that if we get more capital, we'll have more money to invest somewhere else or into the company also. Okay, so दो लोगों का two different ideologies हैं. Okay, so first we'll do the y-axis, which is GD. That means the growth rate of demand from the manager's perspective. Okay, what is the growth of our demand that we are going to calculate? And this, and x-axis is our diversification. So diversification in the sense, what different kinds of products we are bringing into the market. Okay, that will account to diversification, and along with that, what is the growth of our demand? Okay, what is the growth of the demand of our products in the market? Okay, so we have, for one product we have certain margin. Okay, so along with that margin, I am getting this kind of growth rate. Okay, so my demand is growing like this, along with the diversification axis. I'm growing like this at how much margin? At M1. Okay, M1 is are very less margin. That means if I'm manufacturing my product at 4 rupees, I'm selling my product at 10 rupees, I'm getting a margin of 6 rupees. Okay, with 6 rupees margin, along with different kinds of products, I'm getting this as the growth of my demand. So itna demand hai mere product ka at a 6 rupees margin. Then if suppose I increase the margin from 6 rupees to 8 rupees, so I'm not selling at 10 rupees, I'm selling at 12 rupees. I'm manufacturing the product at 4 rupees, I'm selling the product at 12 rupees. So my margin got increased per product, it is 8 rupees. So because of the increase in the margin increase kiya na, so I have increased my price of the product. The 4 rupees manufacturing cost, and that it is difficult for me to reduce. So to increase the margin, what I have done, I have increased the price of the product. Initially I was selling my product at 10 rupees. Now I am selling my product at 12 rupees. So because of that, my demand has reduced. ठीक है, demand कम हो गया, but margin ज़्यादा है. 8 rupees है margin. Initially the margin was 6 rupees. Now the margin is at 8 rupees. Now again, if I increase the margin by 10 rupees, I'm manufacturing the product at 4 and I'm selling the product at 14 rupees. So 10 rupees ka margin hai per product. Okay, so in that case, my demand will again go down. Okay, so this will be my growth rate of demand. Okay, fine. So this is what the manager's graph looks like. So M1 is maybe M1 is greater than M2, M2 is greater than M3. Okay, okay, that I have not written. तो ये सबसे बड़ा है. M2 is less than M1, M3 is less than M2. Okay, so this is what the growth of demand I'll get. Okay, then Okay, according to the owners, the owners want the more capital supply to the firm. So owners want to increase this. Yeah, owners want to increase their, what do you say, increase the cost of the product or increase the margin. So at this point, okay, and this is the growth rate of the capital supply to the firm. It will go zero initially if the number of diversification I do. Okay, there will be no growth of capital supply. So initially it will be high at M1. Okay, M1 again at a lesser margin. What was the margin? 6 rupees. Okay, 6 rupees is the margin at M1. This is my capital supply to the firm. इतना capital मिल रहा है firm को. This much money is flowing into the firm. Okay, but if I increase the margin to 8 rupees, so my capital supply to the firm will increase. Okay, my individual demand will decrease, but my individual money flow into the firm will increase. So my capital supply will increase if I increase the margin. If I increase much more, my capital supply will increase much more. So this is the owners thinking. So owners want my margin to be as M3 because this is the highest peak. Okay, at this much diversification, I will achieve this much capital growth. Okay, and previously G sorry, at M1 the growth rate of demand was very high. So what we do, okay, we combine all these three. Okay, so at growth rate of M1, my GC of M1, this will be the point. M2 or ये वाला M2, this will be the point, and M3 का this will be the point. I will be getting these 3 points. Okay, so the bigger point is which one? M2 and M2. That is the highest one. Okay, that you try to achieve. This is quite tricky how to get M2 at the top. Okay, theoretically it is logical that M2 will be the highest point because I am going to pull managers down and pull the owners down, and to on the negotiating table we'll decide that the M2 will be our margin. We'll keep margin 10. Will not go above, will not go below, because both the parties need to be kept happy. So ये marriage का ऐसा आता है, and this is our the final growth rate which we want to achieve at the margin M2, GD or GC or G equal. ठीक है, ये इतना ही था. Okay, any doubts in this? कुछ भी पूछना है इसमें? ठीक है, यू एग्जाम के पहले थोड़ा तो प्रैक्टिस करके जाओ ग्राफ. You need to practice the graph and only then you can do it. This is like mathematics or statistics or accounts. ठीक है, ग्राफ जो है. ठीक है, सो नो डाउट. तो लास्ट वाला करते हैं, दैट इज विलियमसन्स. बिफोर दैट लिखना जरूरी है, कुछ भी मत लिखो चैट में. ठीक है, द वाई एक्सिस इज आवर प्रॉफिट्स, एक्स एक्सिस इज द एक्सपेंडिचर. यू कैन डू अ कंपैरेटिव स्टडी. इसका वाई एक्सिस में क्या है, इसके एक्स एक्सिस में क्या है. जैसे बाउमिल का वाई एक्सिस में इट इज टीआरटी सीटीपी कर्व. Maris के y axis में it is GD and GC. Then in Williamson's y axis it is profits. Similarly for x axis is the staff expenditure है, the diversification है. Bowman's में it is output. Okay, like that. Okay, so in this again we have a discretionary profit line. Who came now? Growth rate क्या? What is the growth rate? Good rate of growth. Shubham, अरे म्यूट करके what you are asking?
What is the good rate of growth in GDP?
What is the
Good rate of growth in GDP.
in GDP? Okay. इससे तो GDP जितना भी ज्यादा रहता है उतना that is good. Yeah, more than 10% as per Pratham said, because GDP should be in double figures at least. Okay. it should be not be too much, okay, but it should be more in double two figures रहना चाहिए. Below 9 is not that good. जैसे अभी if you want to grow your economy, India is in emerging economy, if you want to grow it very fast, then you should have a double digit growth rate. ठीक है, 10 होना चाहिए, 15 होना चाहिए. Okay, but technically to achieve a 15% growth rate is very difficult. Okay, you need to have a manufacturing facility and you need to export your products in such a way, and you need to collect all the foreign exchange. Okay, and you need to increase your foreign exchange surplus. Foreign exchange reserves को बहुत increase करना पड़ता है. Okay, but ठीक है, but how you reach this question, okay, very much unrelated, but ठीक है. I hope you understood this. ठीक है, तो लास्ट थिंग डिस्क्रिशनरी प्रॉफिट लाइन है. ओके, दिस इज द लाइन एट अबव विच आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग द पॉइंट्स टू बी सिलेक्टेड. ठीक है, ये वाला we have a point, we have a curve which is also called feasibility curve. So something that I can get a profit along this curve. Okay, you can consider this as a profit curve also. So this is my curve on which I can have profits and I can have the staff expenditure both. Okay, and these are the utility curves. Now now I can say you this, these are the isocone curves also. Okay, isocone भी ऐसे ही रहता है. Okay, which is convex to the origin. So ये दो isocone curves है. Definitely now you know which is the highest one. U1 is not the highest one. U2 is the highest one. The second one, the above one. ये वाला ये ज़्यादा happiness देगा employees को. So I'm concentrating on profits which I'm earning as a company, and and I'm spending on staff's benefits, staff's salary. Okay, I'm spending on my staff. If I spend more on the staff, my staff will be very happy. If I get profits, my owners will be very happy. So as a manager, I'm trying to make a balance between the profits and the expenditure of the staff. Okay, I want profits to be more. Along with that, I want to keep the staff to be happy, to give them more salary and more benefits. Okay, in this case, in you okay, I'll be getting these 3 points. Okay, P, M, and here this point is irrelevant because it is below the profit line. So ये first of all ये negate हो गया. These 2 points I am interested in. At this point I'm getting maximum profit. Okay, but I'm spending less on the stuff. Okay, my staff expenditure is less. So it is kind of manager, I'm focusing more on the profits. I'm biased towards the owners. Okay, I'm biased against my employees. ठीक है, my employees को कम खर्चा करके owners को ज़्यादा profits दे रहा हूँ. So that should not be the case, and I should select this point M. Okay, at point M, I'm having a sufficient profit which I've been told to achieve. So I'm reaching my target. Along with that, I'm giving more uh, importance to my staff. Okay, so at this curve, I'm giving more importance to my staff. My staff expenditure is high, along with the minimum profit which I am expected to achieve. इसके ऊपर भी utility curve I can draw, but that will not be feasible for me. इसके ऊपर जो भी बना है तो that will not be feasible for me. This will be the perfect point. Okay, ये ideal case है. This will be my perfect point at which I'll be able to achieve profits and give the staff the maximum benefits. तो इतना ही है. Any doubts in this? Okay, so well, this completes our first module. Okay. Okay, cool. This completes our first module. Let's see. Anyways, वो छोटा था थोड़ा first module complete हो गया. So somewhat similar revision classes will be there. Okay, I'll share this PPT. You can go through it. Save. Okay, so shall we close the meeting?
Yes, sir.
So,
हाँ.
so one more question.
Yeah.
तो
बोलो.
इन सिलेबस को भी नेचर स्कोप सिग्निफिकेंट ये सब दिया है, सर आपने ये नोट्स में नहीं दिया है तो करना है या नहीं?
वो ऐसा कुछ क्वेश्चन आता नहीं है, बट नेचर स्कोप सिग्निफिकेंस मतलब इकोनॉमिक, व्हाट इज इकोनॉमिक्स, व्हाट इज द स्कोप ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स, स्कोप ऑफ मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स करके।
Yes, sir.
वैसा वैसा थोड़ा बहुत है वैसे नोट्स में, बट वैसा कुछ एग्जाम में आता नहीं है। मैक्सिमम अ स्कोप ऑफ मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स कैन कम। स्कोप ऑफ मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स में यू विल राइट एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम द स्टार्टिंग से, भाई पीपल इकोनॉमाइज, व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ मैनेजर्स इन दी, मतलब मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स क्या है बेसिकली, व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ मैनेजर्स इन द कंपनी, एंड देन व्हाट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द फर्म, मतलब ये जो प्रॉफिट ऑब्जेक्टिव है, प्रॉफिट एज द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द फर्म।
Okay,
ठीक है, और फिर ऑल्टरनेट ऑब्जेक्टिव्स का थोड़ा थोड़ा सा पार्ट यू कैन राइट दैट, व्हाट इज द स्कोप ऑफ मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स आ गया। तो स्कोप एज इन व्हाट, कहाँ तक मैं एक मैनेजर को इकोनॉमिकल डिसीजंस लेना है, दैट इज हिज स्कोप, till what, so that can be done. What is the nature of economics, what is the scope of economics, ऐसा करके कुछ पूछते नहीं है। Unless you
okay.
understand what is economics, you can write anything, even if it will not come, but even if it comes।
Thank you, sir.
ठीक है, तो उतना ज़्यादा सोचो मत। ठीक है, ओके ठीक है, तो थैंक यू प्रथमेश। चलो थैंक यू देन एवरीवन, चलो
Thank you,
सी यू,
sir.
थैंक्स आकांक्षा, बाय बाय। थैंक यू शुभम, थैंक यू पूजा।